Hi, this is Jill from Simple Daily Recipes. Again, you ready to make some simple red lentil soup? Yeah, in the Instapot? Yeah! What? Yeah! Celebrate! Celebrate! What? Somebody who doesn't have an Instapot right now is going, what the is she doing? Okay, so I wish I could claim credit for this recipe, but I can't. This comes from Dr. Bernard's book, Breaking the Food Seduction. This book came out back in 2003. I picked it up last year and read through it. It's a good book. If you didn't catch yesterday's video or the video I made the other day talking about it, let me just say again that this is a good book for helping us understand why we get hung up on some of those foods that we don't want to give up, you know, like meat, cheese, chocolate, all those kinds of things. And it really helps explain it and helps us, or help me, come to terms with how to get around those cravings and what I could do. And it has recipes in the back that help you kind of get around those moments. You know what I'm saying? Because we have those moments. This is just a simple red lentil soup. The original recipe, I changed it just in a few ways. Originally, it involved sauteing onions in oil. We don't do that around here. I just skipped that part. And it was cooked on the stove top for like 50 to 60 minutes until the lentils are cooked to mush, you know, just basically disintegrate. Well, I didn't want to spend 50, 60 minutes cooking a soup when I've got the Instapot and I can just do it in 15. You know what I'm saying? Psh, we got to work smarter, not harder, right? Amen. Yeah, high five. So the recipe starts out with about 2.5 cups of red lentils. And I just got these in the bulk section of my favorite grocery store. There's very little to this recipe. I was kind of thinking it was going to be plain, but it's not. It's good. I'm really surprised at how well this recipe turned out. Okay, that's a teaspoon of turmeric. Now, if you don't know how I like to roll, all the ingredients for this recipe are posted in the video description below and at the end of the recipe. But I'm still going to go through this because I made some mistakes. Okay, you see this teaspoon of cumin I'm putting into the pot? I messed up. I'm actually supposed to put it in at the end after the lentils were cooked, but I brain farted and I was like, spices in. I just started throwing everything in the pot. I got too excited. Okay, and there's 1 large yellow onion chopped up. Now, here's again, the original recipe was stovetop, was for the stovetop, and it called for 7 cups of water. And I thought, I don't need 7 cups of water. So I just started out with 4 cups of water, and then I put the lid on, set the regulator to pressure, and then use the manual mode, which sets it automatically to high pressure in case you don't have an Instapot. And then I adjusted the time for 15 minutes, and that number comes from reading the beans chart in the recipe book. Okay, so after the 15 minutes, I still waited for the pressure to go down naturally and then took off the lid. Now check this out. 2.5 cups of red lentils and 4 cups of water produces this. The great thing about pressure cooking in the Instapot is that it will pressure cook, and then when the time is up, it just goes right into keep warm mode. So, you know, this is probably like 30 minutes later. Okay, but see how thick it is? Okay, it's supposed to be a soup. That's not a soup, but it smells great. So I thought, okay, I have to start adding water now. So I thought, well, I'm 4 cups in, and I'm just gonna add water as I go along. So I put in 1 cup of water, and then the recipe called for 2 to 4 tablespoons of lemon juice. And I thought, well, I'll just go with 2 tablespoons and see what that tastes like. And then it said to season with salt and pepper to taste. So from here, you know, I was like feeling my way through the recipe. Okay, so it's still too thick with that one. Now I'm up to 6 cups of water. Now I considered adding, you know, my favorite better than bouillon no chicken base broth, and I actually made up a cup of it and I put it to the side, and I tasted the lentils. I like took a spoon of the lentils and I dipped it in the broth and I tasted it together. That was too strong. It totally covered up the great flavor of the lentils and the cumin that was in there, and I was like, okay, don't put that in there. Stick with the water. Broth is just too powerful. And then the recipe called for cayenne, a pinch of cayenne pepper, and I used chipotle chili powder. And ta-da! Oh my gosh, it was good. Okay, now check out what the teen thought of this soup.
It tastes like some sort of refried beans.
You're having red lentils, and that's it.
Really, that's it?
It's red lentils, water, and just a few spices like turmeric, cumin. There's some lemon juice in there, but you really can't taste that. And then I had to add more water because it was really thick in the pot, like gloppy thick. But
Okay. And this is just lentils.
it's just lentils. Doesn't it taste like there's potato in it?
Yeah, it tastes like there's potato. I feel like there's beans in it. That's actually really cool.
Yeah.
This is something you would serve at a party and go, mystery soup. If you can guess what's in it, you can have a prize.
That's cool.
And then they're like, tastes like potato, beans. I say potato and beans. Everyone like will guess something else and be like, nope, lentils.
Just red lentils.
That would be cool.
He's chowing down.
I'm hungry.
I know, I told Dad to save you some.
Good.
Okay, there you have it, straight from the teen. He liked it. You can see he was honestly, genuinely chowing down, and he liked it. Okay, I want to share one thing about this recipe that I did not expect and made no mention of in the book, is that when you first make it and fresh, it's like nice and soupy and really thick, and it looks just like it did in the picture. The next day, it gets thicker. Actually, in a couple of hours, it gets even thicker because this was our lunch. And then by dinner time, the lentils, I guess because of all the starches, got thicker and thicker. And it was, so for dinner, we ended up heating up some tortillas and smearing it in, like making it hot and reheating it and everything, and smearing it in a couple of tortillas and rolled them up and ate them as burritos. And then this morning for breakfast, my son, he saw that there was just enough to make 2 more burritos, and he had those for breakfast. It was good. It was really good. I snuck a piece. I took a bite just so I could see if I could eat these things for breakfast. They were really good. I was sad that I didn't have any more lentils. I want you guys to give this a try. Now, you can do better than I did. Try stirring the cumin into the soup after it's cooked, like the recipe says. I did before. I don't know if it really is going to make much of a difference, but, who knows? Might. I don't know. All right, just living it with you. You know what I'm saying? We're living whole food, plant-based together. All right, I love y'all, and I'll talk to you in the comments below. Bye.